Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks on how to win more solo games in Fortnite. So I've been playing a ton of solos the past couple of months. I've been live streaming solos pretty much every day since I think about October. So I want to give you guys some tips and tricks when it comes to solos to help you guys get a lot more wins when it comes to playing solos in Fortnite. And before we get into the video, I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks. So if you guys want a chance to enter this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys need to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And you guys will automatically be entered into my next giveaway. So if you guys want some free V-Bucks, make sure you guys do enter the giveaway. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so here in this video, in the background for the gameplay, I just have a bunch of clips from when I was playing solos on my live streams. So I just want to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to increase the amount of solo wins that you're getting in Fortnite, because I'm pretty sure most of you guys, at least when I did the polls a few months ago, most of you guys do play solos, or play solos the most in any other game mode, just because solos is super easy. You can just hop on just whenever and hop in a solo game. Maybe you get off of school early, whatever the case may be, and you're just on by yourself. Hop in a quick solo game, get a couple easy wins. So most people do play solos more than any other game mode. I personally prefer duos as my favorite game mode, but I've been playing quite a bit of solos since last October. That's when I started live streaming. Pretty much, I think I've live streamed every single day since last October. So I've been playing solos 3-4 hours a day. So I've learned a lot. I've learned to adjust the playstyle that I have to win a lot more solo games, be more effective, and just absolutely pop off. And I had one stream just like I think a couple weeks ago, maybe it was a week ago, where I literally won every game for like 2.5, 3 hours straight. I think I got like 7-8 wins that stream. So I want to tell you guys a few tips, a few things that I was doing in my solo games that really just allowed me to win super easy without having to put a ton of effort in. And so one thing that I've pretty much just recently decided to do, and so like back in season 7 with Siphon in the game, I played super aggressive. I played super fast. And one thing I realized is when it comes to solos, especially in this chapter, it's just not the move. Even with launch pads in the game, which to be honest with you guys, the launch pads are kind of bugged in a sense. I don't know if you guys have ever picked it up and noticed. So when you pick up a launch pad, what happens is if it comes up in your inventory, if you try to switch back to your traps, the second that you go back to your build, it automatically goes back to the launch pad. It doesn't switch to your traps. So it's super annoying. It's super glitched. So if you want to pull out your traps, if you have your launch pad out, it's not going to allow you to. You'd have to drop the launch pad and then repick it back up, which is just super annoying to deal with. But anyways, and also they're really not very common, if that makes any sense. They're really not as common as I thought they would be. Sometimes I would get, like some games I would get them, some games I wouldn't even see them at all. So really is inconsistent, but just how it is. And so with the current playstyle and the way people play, especially in solos, and you have skill-based matchmaking PC players, you really want to adopt and change your playstyle. And that's one thing that I have been doing, especially the past couple weeks, that really made a big difference on the amount of wins that I was getting every single time during my live streams. Just been winning a ton more recently than the past couple months. And so really the biggest idea is you really want to see the meta, because every single season it changes. After every single update it can change a little bit. And I just noticed it really, like, getting high code games, unless you're playing solo versus squads or maybe duo games, you know, like I said, a big fat maybe. But especially if you're just playing squads, then you can go for high code games. But in solos, I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you want to get high code games, don't even consider regular solos. It's just not gonna happen. If you're playing solos, your main goal should just be, I would say, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 kill wins. If you try to go for 14, 15 kill wins in regular solos, it's just honestly the big mistake. It's just not going to happen. I mean, you're going to be losing so many games. It's crazy. If you really want to go for high code games, I would highly recommend playing either like duo squads, solo squads, or any sort of squad or duo game. If you try to play solos and go for high code games, I mean, it's literally the biggest. I mean, you just go ahead and give yourself an L. It's just not the move. You're not going to be able to play as good as you want, and you're not going to be able to get as many kills as you want either. So when you play solos, really the biggest thing you want to focus on is just going strictly for wins. Going for kills is just a big L. Even for myself that have been playing this game, I think every single day for the past 2 years. I don't even know how long Fortnite's been out. Probably about 2.5 years. and I started playing a lot more in Season 2, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, going for high kill games like back in the day, honestly, wasn't too bad. You can do it in solo games. You weren't gonna drop 30 kills in a regular solo game, but you're still gonna be able to get a good 14, 15 kill game. But nowadays, yeah, don't even think about it. Just play for wins, play a little bit slower, and adopt your playstyle. But who knows, once that new update comes out, I believe the 21st, I could be wrong, where they're completely changing Fortnite. Who knows, you might be able to play a little bit more aggressive, you might be able to rush and get a lot more wins that way. But it will for sure be pretty interesting because that new update that's coming out, they're going to be completely changing everything. So depending on when you're watching this video, right now I think it's believe it's next Friday it's coming out. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest, but whenever it comes out, it's going to change Fortnite completely. Everything's going to be a little bit different. I don't think it's going to be like 100% change, but things are going to feel really, really different, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. We'll just have to see, but that really will change the meta in the way the game's played. So the way you want to play now could be different from the way you'd want to play in maybe a couple weeks from now. So you really just have to adjust and see what the current meta is, see how people are playing. And that's one thing that I've seen in solo players is they play a lot more slower than I've honestly have noticed in the past couple seasons, meaning that you can't play as aggressive as you normally want to. So a lot of times what's the best strategy for me in solos is to play a little bit slower, rack up my loot off spawn, using those upgrade stations to my advantage, getting either a P90 or purple pump off spawn every single time, because you can at least find a green SMG or at least find a gray pump at the very least, and then just stack your mats, upgrade to either a P90 or a purple pump, and then play from there, and you are going to be a lot more successful. You're going to be getting way more wins in solos than you have before. That's kind of the biggest strategy that I've been using, is really upgrading my guns to at least a usable rarity, a purple SMG or a purple pump. Those are just the two that I found to be some of the most effective weapons. If you really want to get a scar, I mean, you can. But when it comes to SMG, it is the biggest W key in the game. I mean, you can shoot through walls. I mean, you can literally do everything with the P90. It's just completely fantastic. It's the best gun in the game, hands down. But also the purple pump hits quite a bit of damage as well. So having one of those two guns every single game, I would say, is even essential. If you want to go on win streaks and you want to get a lot of wins in a row, you have to have those two weapons consistently. Otherwise, I mean, if you're in a gunfight, say you got 150 HP and you're going against a guy who has a purple P90 and a purple pump, I mean, say you run into me in a game and you got a purple P90 and a purple pump and I have a gray pump and like some regular SMG, you have such an advantage over me. The chances of me winning that gunfight are going to be a lot slimmer than I want to. Even if you're a really, really good player, you guys already know since the beginning of this season, the pumps are super inconsistent. I mean, shotguns as a whole are inconsistent. Tacs and pumps, both very, very inconsistent. Sometimes you hit 30 damage. Sometimes you hit for actual good damage, like 50, 60, 100, 200. You know, sometimes you actually hit for some damage. But like I said, that is pretty rare unless you just have the best aim in the world. But either way, you want to carry one of those two weapons, have a little bit slower playstyle. And well, when I say slower playstyle, I really mean the beginning of the game. If you want to rush all out towards the middle and end of the game when you are absolutely stacked on loot, you got a good amount of materials, you got just great guns. If you want to play very aggressive, you honestly can. There's no issue in that whatsoever. You're probably going to be very, very successful and win a lot of games that way. But as far as the beginning of the game, until you have a purple P90, a purple pump, until you have good materials, because like I said, people play a lot slower in solos nowadays. Unless you have very, very good loot, either on mats or guns, you really want to play as slow as possible. Otherwise, you're going to get third party, you're going to get shot in the back, you're going to get drained of your HP. It's just, you're just going to have a bad time in solos. So that's going to be some of my biggest and or some of my best solo tips that I can give you guys when it comes to getting a lot more wins, because you really want to focus on wins rather than kills in solos. If you want to get more kills, hop in a squads game, hop in a duos game. Solos is just not the move at all for kills. So I would just focus, if you're playing solos, getting on some casual 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 kill wins. A little bit more if you're playing a little bit faster. Maybe you get better loot off the spawn. Then you might be able to get a little bit more kills. And some of my games that I win, some games I have 13, some games I have like 5. I mean, it really just depends on the amount of loot that I get off spawn and just how aggressive I feel like playing that game. But either way, that's wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it or found it helpful, make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.